The world is divided. Continents, countries, cultures, all separated by lines that may seem permanent, but really have very recent origins. But have you ever wondered what came before those borders? How did they start? Who decided where one nation ends and another begins? What about before maps, before written history? How did those ancient borders come to be? Today we return to the dawn of humanity to see how the first borders were born. If you want to be featured in one of our videos, leave a comment down below and subscribe to our channel. We often think of borders as static features of the landscape, not realizing the dynamism of their origins. In reality, borders are born from conflicts over resources, population movements, and shifting alliances, echoing through history long before cartographers put pen to paper. To understand how ancient borders were born, let's first paint a picture of the world without them. Imagine a time before the advent of writing, when small nomadic tribes roamed vast, untamed landscapes. Our story begins in a prehistoric world where life is harsh and resources are scattered. Small bands of humans eke out an existence by hunting wild animals and gathering edible plants. Their world is one of dense, primeval forests, open grasslands, and winding rivers. A tapestry woven with the threads of nature's bounty. These ancient humans are not confined by boundaries. Their world is a wilderness without walls. They follow the rhythms of the earth, migrating with the seasons and making their homes wherever the earth provides. As millennia pass, some groups of humans settle into more permanent dwellings, constructing rudimentary huts from wood and stone. Villages emerge, each nestled in a secluded valley or along the banks of a teeming river. Life is still challenging, but the human spirit of innovation leads to the domestication of animals and the cultivation of the first crops. With the assurance of a steady food supply, these early settlements grow, becoming the nuclei of early civilizations. For these ancient people, the concept of fixed borders is alien. Their world is one of movement and adaptation, yet even in this fluid existence, the seeds of division are sown. As populations grow and resources become more scarce, tensions arise between these nascent communities. Conflicts erupt over fertile hunting grounds near villages, sparking the first sparks of territoriality. One group discovers a rich source of wild fruit and immediately stakes a claim. Another finds a clearing near a flowing stream suitable for planting crops and raises a simple fence to keep others away. As more settlements spring up, so do more territorial disputes. The peace of the primeval world is shattered, giving way to the struggle for limited resources and security. But why do humans need borders? What purpose do they serve? From the perspective of the ancient humans, borders are a means to an end, a way to ensure the group's survival in an unforgiving world. They serve as a line of defense, protecting valuable resources from others who might seek to take them. But these early borders are rudimentary, a haphazard collection of markers that signify ownership, rather than precise boundaries. Imagine a lone hunter, weary from the day's fruitless chase, stumbling upon a familiar clearing. There, etched into a flat rock, is a symbol known only to his tribe, a testament to their prior claim on this land. Or picture a farmer tending his crops, his gaze sweeping over the fields to where a tall tree marks the edge of his territory. These markers are not just physical objects, but powerful symbols of territoriality, communicating a simple yet profound message. This land is ours. These early borders are a product of necessity, a response to the challenges of survival in a world where resources are finite and threats are many. They are a testament to the human spirit of innovation. The drive to adapt and overcome that has always defined our species. But how did these primitive markers of territory evolve into the formal borders we recognize today? To answer this question, we must delve deeper into the heart of early human ingenuity. As centuries pass, the rudimentary markers of early humanity give way to more sophisticated methods of defining territory. The discovery of metals, the advent of writing, and the rise of more complex societies all play a role in the evolution of borders. Let's now explore the birth of the first recognizable borders, setting the stage for the lines that will eventually shape our world. Imagine a vast open plain stretching as far as the eye can see. It is a land of rolling grasslands, dotted with grazing animals and crisscrossed by winding rivers. Here under the blazing sun, the first stirrings of civilization are taking place. Small villages have sprung up, each a cluster of sturdy houses and bustling marketplaces. As the population grows and the villages prosper, a new tension emerges: competition for the best land along the riverbanks. For here the soil is rich and the water plentiful, essential ingredients for the growth of crops and the sustenance of life. This competition gradually escalates, pushing the villagers to define their territory more clearly. At first, the boundaries are nebulous, marked by a weathered stone or a grove of ancient trees. But as the stakes rise, so does the need for more permanent, more visible markers. Thus begins the process of creating the first true borders. Each village, striving to secure its access to the life-giving river, deploys its own method of demarcation. Some erect tall wooden poles, their pointed tops scraping the sky. Others create rows of standing stones, their rough surfaces smoothed by countless hands. Still, others dig deep ditches along the riverbanks, creating moats that separate one village's domain from another. Each marker is a silent sentinel, standing guard over the precious resources of the river. The land is no longer a free-for-all. It is divided, organized, claimed. This newfound order brings stability, allowing the people to focus on their societies rather than constant conflict. But as the centuries roll by, the desire for land and power knows no bounds. Some settlements, driven by ambition or necessity, begin to encroach upon their neighbors' territories. Disputes arise once again, leading to conflicts that test the strength and resolve of each settlement. Wars are fought, alliances are forged, and the landscape of the region is forever changed. Yet amidst this turmoil, a new system of governance emerges. Leaders rise who possess the charisma and cunning to unite their people and expand their territories. Under their banners, armies clash, expanding one settlement's borders at the expense of another's. The result is a mosaic of territories, each ruled by a different lord or chieftain, forming the first recognizable regions. These early regions are not the neat, defined areas we associate with modern borders. Rather, they are a patchwork quilt of shifting, contested lands. They're battlegrounds where the balance of power hangs in the balance. And thus the story of borders continues, evolving from the most basic needs of human survival to the complexities of early civilizations. It is a story of conflict and cooperation, ambition and necessity, a microcosm of the human condition itself. In the coming centuries, these early regions would serve as the building blocks for larger empires and kingdoms. Their internal structures would become more sophisticated, and their external boundaries more clearly defined. But the spirit of competition, cooperation, and conquest that gave rise to the first borders would remain, shaping the course of human history for millennia to come. Yet despite their evolution, these ancient borders bear the indelible imprint of their creators, reflecting the values, beliefs, and ambitions of the societies that brought them into existence. They are a testament to the human capacity for innovation, organization, and above all, survival. Today, as we look out over the world, divided as it is by countless borders, we can trace the roots of many of them back to this ancient cradle of civilization. Here in these ancient regions, the first stirrings of territoriality, the first attempts at defining property, and the first expressions of power and control came to the fore. Here, in these ancient borders, the foundations of human society were laid, setting the stage for the rise of empires. The ebb and flow of civilizations and the enduring legacy of territoriality in human affairs. From the earliest markings of territory on stones and trees to the establishment of the first kingdoms and empires. The story of borders is deeply intertwined with the story of human civilization itself. It is a story of progress, ambition, and the ceaseless human quest for order and security in an inherently chaotic world. Yet as we reflect on this journey through the origins of borders, we must also acknowledge the complexities and challenges that accompany them. Borders, while serving as a means of organization and control, have often been instruments of division, conflict, and oppression. Throughout history, they have separated families, fueled wars, and perpetuated inequality. As we look forward, it is crucial to remember the lessons of the past, to strive for borders that promote cooperation, understanding, and mutual respect among nations. In doing so, we can honor the legacy of our ancestors, who first conceived of borders as a means of ensuring survival and prosperity, while also acknowledging the need to adapt and evolve in a rapidly changing world. As we conclude our exploration of the origins of borders, Let us carry with us the insights and reflections of this journey. Let us strive to create a world where borders, while serving their essential functions, do not come at the expense of human dignity, equality, and peace. Thank you for joining us today on this journey through time as we uncovered the fascinating origins of one of the most ubiquitous features of our modern world, borders. If you enjoyed this video and want more journeys through time, be sure to like and subscribe. And don't forget to leave your comments and suggestions for future videos. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Origins of Nation. Until next time, remember to keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep seeking answers. The world is full of wonders, and the journey to discover them is ours to take.